Amani Nasalamu all. Peace and greetings to you, kings and queens, brothers and sisters. I am back. It's been a couple of weeks. I had a visitor that could not stay. I told him I already have a man, you can't stay. I had to send him packing. So let me explain. A couple of weeks ago, matter of fact, the last video that I posted, that morning I made up my mind that I was going to post the video. I had already said, I know what my purpose is. I know what my calling is, and I'm going to go ahead and start posting. And I had already posted a few. And before that afternoon, I made my smoothie and I put a different, a few spices and seasonings in them. And I noticed my throat started to bother me. I'm starting, what is this? So that night, I go ahead and I do my video. I post it on Instagram. And later on that night, I didn't like the way I felt. So the next day, I let my supervisor know I'm not feeling my best, but I'm going to go ahead and get through the day. And she said, okay. And later on that night, I met with my Sankofa sisters. We did a virtual call, and the top of my head felt like it was on fire. My ears felt like they were on fire. And even, we can see each other. So on the call a couple of times, I got my eyes closed. I'm just sitting back, because I was in pain, but I was like, I'm going to get on the call and do what I need to do. I don't let distractions like that get to me. So, I got on the call, enjoyed the call. But I said the next day, I'm going to go ahead and I have home tests for COVID. So I said, I'm going to take the test and see. I just knew I didn't have COVID. I said, maybe I just got a little virus. And so it came back positive. So I said, well, let me just, so that I have documentation, I have confirmation, let me go to one of the testing sites. Unbeknownst to me, nobody's doing the testing anymore. So I go online, I go to CVS website, I'm putting my information in, I got a confirmation number and everything. Show up to the CVS, she tells me we don't do it here, go to a different one. I go to that one. She tells me we close that clinic down and go to an urgent care. And so I'm thinking urgent care, the first thing I thought was ER. Like, I don't want to be sitting in an ER. It's going to be crowded and all of that. It might take forever. So I went ahead and went online, booked the appointment. Get there, nobody's there. It's only one person there. The staff was amazing, and they get me in, they see me, they confirm that it's COVID, I get the information and paperwork that I need. And all the while I'm thinking, for those of you who know anything about spirituality and that connection and being able to see beyond what you see in front of you, I already knew that it was bigger than just, okay, you have COVID, you were around someone who had COVID. Two things I realized. One, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer 9 years ago, when I didn't have to have chemo, but I did have radiation. And when they direct that radiation towards certain parts of your body, based on where the cancer may be, they can't control it from going to other parts of your body. And I've dealt with things with my eye on my right side, with hair on my right side, and with my body on the right side because of it over the years. But I really wasn't paying any more attention to my immune system. And I know that once they treat you with radiation, that it doesn't just target the cancerous cells, it targets your other cells as well. So my immune system isn't what it used to be. When I told one of my sons that I had COVID, he said, "Ma, how did you get COVID and you work from home?" And it was funny, but I was like, "Shut your mouth." But me and my husband are out on the weekends. We were going to basketball games. I had two things to do, two invites that Saturday, and that Sunday I was going to go to my Sankofa Sister Circle. So it was two things that I realized. I always tell my mother we shouldn't have to get sick in order to rest. And resting and sitting still are two different things. Had I not have had COVID, I would have been out all weekend. So I needed the rest and I needed to just sit still. And sometimes it's okay to just say no. You can't be everywhere all the time and see everybody. The other thing I realized is that once I opened my mouth and I spoke out of my mouth and I said, I know what my purpose is, and I posted a video speaking about that, I was met with opposition. Everybody has their own name for what they call opposition or negativity. As I said before in another video, demons have faces and names. And I don't know everybody that I follow. I don't know everybody I follow. I may not know you personally. So someone could have easily said, so you think you're going to be posting videos now? You're going to share your poetry now? I don't know. But I was met with opposition. And I see opposition or negativity as a distraction, but it doesn't have to be destruction, because I'm going to continue to do what I know I'm called to do and what I'm supposed to do, period. I still exercise. I still lifted my weights. I still went walking. I sat in the sun. I didn't let the fact that I was tested positive for COVID stop me. Am I going to start wearing masks more when I'm out? Yes, I am. I was at a basketball game. We were going to basketball games for weeks, and we're sitting shoulder to shoulder, people in front of me, behind me. I don't know what other people have. And sometimes wearing a mask doesn't just protect you from what they may have, but you're protecting other people from what you may have and not even know it. And I said all that to say, listen to your body. Your body will never lead you astray. Listen to your voice. I didn't listen to mine. The week after I found out I had COVID, I was putting something in the oven, and I had the oven on broil. I stuck my hand in that oven. You know what coal looks like when it starts to cool off, but it's gray. That's what my hand looked like. Okay. And I started clapping because I was like, I know this is going to be ugly. I know this mark is going to be ugly. And I stuck my hand under some water, and I did the aloe vera gel and all of that in the ice. But I said all of that to say, listen to your body. When it's time to rest, when it's time to sit still, do that. Listen to your spirit. When your spirit tells you something, whether you call it the Holy Ghost, whether you call it your grandmother, your late grandmother, whether you call it your guide, your spirit guide, your angel, by whatever name you call it, because that's what you're accustomed to, that's what you're comfortable with, and that's what you identify with. Listen, I had gotten to the point in my life where I never second guessed it, and I fell off for a little while. Now, me sticking my hand in that oven, it didn't hurt my husband, it didn't hurt my mother, it didn't hurt my sons, my grandchildren. That affected me. Okay, not listening. So now I have this ugly burn on my hand, right? Because I didn't listen. And I was at the point where no matter what I heard, I would listen to it. If I heard go left, I went left. If I heard go right, I went right. If I heard stop, I stopped. If I heard go, I went. By whatever way it comes to you. People call it that, I heard, they always say women's intuition, and men say, something told me. Regardless of what you refer to it as, it's your inner spirit speaking to you. Listen to it. So at this point, if I hear it, if I see it, I'm honoring it. If I put a bowl on the edge of the table and I hear, you better move that bowl, I'm going to move it. Because what I heard a few weeks before I burned my hand was, I moved the racks that are in the oven. And what I heard was, you need to move that rack. The one on the top was way too high to that heat. And at 500 degrees, I stuck my hand in that oven. Old school, we don't put oven mitts on. We don't do none of that. We just cooking and moving. And I paid the price for that. So I came on here today not only to tell you that I'm back, but to tell you that distractions may come when you're speaking positive and you're being positive and you know who you are. But distractions don't have to stop you. They can distract you, but they don't have to destroy you. I'm here to tell you that listen to your body, listen to your voice, because you'll never be led astray. Your body, your voice are all one. It's all of who you are, your spirit, your soul, your thoughts, your mind. It comes to protect you, lead you, and guide you. So listen, I'm back. I'm here doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I may have some bumps and bruises and scars. COVID came to visit, but he couldn't stay. Okay. And I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I had a burn on my right hand in the same spot. So I don't know what that's all about. But I promise you, if I hear it, I'm listening. Okay. But I am well. You be well. I feel much better. I did need to get some rest. I did need to sit still, and I'm doing that. I had a spiritual awakening 3 years ago when I got COVID the first time. Yes, I have COVID twice, and I'm still not getting the shot. Thank you very much. And both times it was a spiritual awakening, a renewal, and an elevation for me. So listen to your body, listen to your spirit, honor who you are. Be well, be great, be beautiful, because you are. I am back, and we will get together again. Peace.